Am I wrong for wanting to divorce my husband of 6 years because of his ex? So I, 28, F and my husband who I will call Luke, 35, male have been married for about 6 years but we have been together, including dating, for 8 years. Luke has always been a very sweet man, very caring and attentive and I would like to say the same for myself. Let me give a little backstory. I was not Luke's first love, he made that very clear when we started seeing each other. His ex-GF who I will call Emily and him were together for about 10 years. Emily ended up cheating on Luke, however after what I found out I think he might have some sort of weird connection with her. Here is where the story starts. Usually I work very late shifts at my job as I am in charge of a whole customer service branch. Yesterday at work I got off early as it was a very slow day. I headed home and when I got there I saw Luke sitting on the couch with an open shoe box on our coffee table. I made my presence known by telling him hello, instead of saying it back or even showing a little bit of happiness to see me. His face was full of fear. He quite literally scrambled to close this shoe box and quickly stood up with it and went to our bedroom. I was extremely confused so I followed and called out asking if everything was okay. As I entered our bedroom, he's shoving this box under our bed. I asked him what it was but he told me it had a gift for me in it and that he didn't want me to see it. I brushed it off and said okay. He begged me not to look in it and I told him I wouldn't. Our day continued like usually, dinner, movie, just casual things. Luke ended up falling asleep as we were watching Avatar, and my gut told me to look in the box, thank God, and I did. In the box was pictures of him and his ex, bracelets, keychains, and the weirdest thing was our wedding photo but he cut my face out and put hers in it. Emily and I looked very similar but I always thought he just had a type but now looking back it seems like he was trying to use me as a replacement. Anyways, I obviously confronted Luke. I was pissed to say the least. I woke him up by throwing a cup of water on him. I know this wasn't right, however he completely tried to blame me because I looked in the box, telling me I told him I wouldn't. Of course I didn't let this fly. I told him he was micro-cheating on me and he got so mad at me for saying that. He ended up throwing our couch pillow at me which I threw back at him. We had a very heated argument to say the least. After the argument Luke left the house for a little bit and I unfortunately gave way to my emotions and had a whole crying moment. I am not a big crier, I typically hold it in. When Luke had came home after a few hours, he was extremely apologetic. He threw out the whole shoebox and told me doesn't want to lose me. However I feel like this is too far and that this broke my trust in him and our whole marriage. I don't want to make an impulsive decision but I also don't want to be with someone who is obsessed with their ex. I ended up telling Luke I was going to stay at my mom's house for the night. Now I am here, a day later and I have not talked to Luke despite the numerous phone calls and texts, which I might show because I feel like it's manipulative. I know this is short and it does lack a lot of detail that I will probably share later. I just honestly do not know what to do right now. I will come back to this post and give it an update soon. I just wanted a second opinion on this situation.